Imagine living with a dead body for 5 months. It was March 2011 in Penwortham in Lancashire. Police received a very strange anonymous tip-off which led them to a local house in the area. There they discovered 54-year-old former lorry driver Guy Blackburn lying deceased in a bed. The man was taken away from the property to undergo a post-mortem. It was clear, however, that he'd been dead for a very long period of time. Now, Guy had been living at the property for a long time, but his health had recently been worsening. He became so unwell that he was unable to leave the property at all. Neighbours got worried about Guy after they hadn't seen him in a few months. Guy was living with his son, 28-year-old Christopher. Now, Christopher was actually a dad to a 10-year-old daughter of his own. Christopher had told his daughter that her granddad was simply asleep. Neighbours would ask Christopher how his dad was, to which he replied, "Yeah, he's fine." However, they began to get suspicious. The post-mortem came back and confirmed that Guy had actually passed away due to heavy drinking and heavy smoking. He'd been deceased since around November 2010. Christopher admitted to living in the house with his dad's dead body. He said he did this in order to claim benefits. He claimed income support and was withdrawing money out of his dead dad's bank account. By the time he was caught, he had claimed nearly £2,000. He admitted to preventing the lawful burial of his dad and stealing money, and he was jailed for 3 years.
Did you know the Bible has several angelic races mentioned in different verses? Some angels are much more powerful than others. Stay until the end to find out who the most powerful angelic race is. First, let's cover the most popular angels, archangels. These angels are usually depicted as looking very similar to human beings. The two most renowned archangels are Michael and Gabriel. These angels are believed to carry a spiritual sword with fire on it. Archangel Michael defeated Satan in the great battle in heaven, so that just tells you how powerful these angels are. Next, maybe a more unknown angelic race, yet still very powerful, are the virtues. These angels can control the elements of the earth. These are probably the angels that will hold back the four winds in Revelation 7.
After this I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds of the earth to prevent any wind from blowing on the land, or on the sea, or on any tree.
The most powerful angelic race in Christianity are believed to be the seraphim angels, also known as the fiery ones. Take a look at these angels and you'd understand why they must say, "Be not afraid." The seraphim angels have a terrifying beauty, and the reason they are known as the fiery ones is because they have a burning love for God as they sing eternally while flying around God's throne.
The unusual way this woman was found makes her death one of the most confusing and unsettling of all time. It was 1951 in St. Petersburg, Florida. It was the 2nd of July, and a woman named Pansy Carpenter was trying to deliver something to one of her tenants. However, her tenant wasn't answering the door. This was Mary Reeser, a 67-year-old widow. Now, Pansy was obviously concerned about this, and she knew something was really wrong when she felt the door handle and felt it was really hot. She contacted police, and never imagining in a million years what they would find. Mary's charred remains lay across the room. Her entire body had been cremated, apart from part of her skull and 1 foot. Bizarrely, the foot still had a slipper on and was relatively unharmed. What made this discovery even more unusual was, despite the fact that somebody had literally been cremated in this apartment, the rest of the apartment seemed relatively normal. Scientists claimed that it would have taken 3 or 4 hours of constant burning at around 2,500 degrees to reach the level of cremation that was apparent here. Puzzlingly though, there was even a pile of obviously flammable newspapers really close to where Mary's remains were. The case caused members of the public and professionals to be completely stumped. Some believe that Mary spontaneously combusted. Now, this is when someone just randomly sets on fire due to something internally. However, the FBI argued against this theory. They said that she must have been smoking and set herself on fire by accident. But that still doesn't explain the extent of the burning and the lack of fire damage at the other areas of the apartment. One experienced fire researcher stated that it wouldn't have been possible to cremate her to that extent without more of the apartment being burned, especially those newspapers. Mary's death is considered one of the most unusual of all time. A man hired a hitman to kill his wife, but she ended up killing the hitman with her bare hands. On September the 6th, 2006, Susan Kuhnhausen had had a busy shift as an A&E nurse. As she got back to her home in southeast Portland, she saw that a note had been left for her from her husband, Mike. The pair had been married for 18 years, and he left the note to say that he was off to the beach. The 51-year-old then went upstairs when she was met with a terrifying attack. A stranger was hiding behind her door and jumped out and started attacking her with a hammer. Susan had no idea this man was Edward Haffey, who was a hitman hired by her husband to kill her. The 59-year-old criminal had been paid $50,000 to kill Susan. Luckily, due to her training as an A&E nurse, Susan was no stranger to self-defense. She dived at the man, tackling him against the wall. She described her adrenaline going into overdrive, and she knew this was a fight for her life. She wrestled the hammer off him and struck him in the head. She screamed at him, asking who sent him, but he wouldn't reply. She ended up grabbing him by the throat and strangling him. She then describes panicking and running to try and escape. However, as she tried to flee the house, Edward grabbed her again and started punching her in the face. She decided to bite him in the arm in case she died so that he would be linked to the crime. Luckily though, she managed to get him in a chokehold and eventually he went floppy. She grabbed the hammer and ran to her neighbour's house. It was there that she rang police, and obviously when they arrived at her house, they found the body of Edward Haffey. Police also discovered his daily planner, and in it was a note saying call Mike and Susan's husband's phone number. It transpired that the two knew each other and they were actually colleagues. A week after the attempted murder, police found Mike hiding out in Oregon. The next day, Susan filed for divorce. In 2007, Michael pleaded guilty to soliciting a murder-for-hire plot against his wife. Shockingly, he was only given 7 years in prison.
Danger.
No danger.
Pero puedo.
Me van a robar.
Voy a ver. Me van a matar. Alright, they're telling me it's super dangerous. They're gonna kill me. Wow. Doesn't seem that bad. Damn, okay. ¿Todo bien? ¿Qué tomas? Sudáfrica. Yo hablo español. Sí.
¿Quiere conocer?
Sí, un poquito. Él es bueno. Con ustedes.
Camina de mi mano.
Un poquito, ¿eh?
Así, mira. Yo le muestro. Mira,
Ok.
así lo llevo.
Con ustedes tengo protección, ¿ah?
Oh, papá.
Bueno. Vamos. Alright, saluda. Parece peligroso.
¿Viste que están conmigo?
Sí. Sí. ¿Todo bien? ¿Cómo estás?
No vayas al fondo.
¿No?
Te van a robar.
¿Me van a robar?
Sí, te van a robar. No vayas al fondo.
¿Qué nombre? Name. Okay. ¿Ah?
1-0.
It's getting rowdy outside. Look at the color of my tongue. The beetle net. Juan, number one barber. Yes. Number one.
Wow.
Please don't cut off my ear. I think those scissors were left over by the English. No. They look ancient. No? Okay.
Wash.
Wash. All right. Got soap in my eyes.
Isaac, so.
Yeah. All right. That bird. Oh, that water is cold. Oh. All right, we got a serviette. VIP treatment. For me. All right, hope it's clean. Thank you. This is interesting. You know, back massage here. Now he's beating me. Wow. Oh, my teeth have turned orange. All right. I'm doing a face massage here. Wow. I've got him sticking his fingers in my eyes. I don't know why I asked for this. Ow. More fingers and eyes. But I really hope he washed his hands. Okay, more face rubs. Uh-oh.
Skinwalkers caught on camera in dog form. Click Plus to see more.
That was a bummer. What the What the are you doing here? What are you doing here? Who the are you? Steve, is that you? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. What the are you doing here? I don't know my head. Where's my Yo, what the Bro, what the is this guy doing here? What the fuck? What the action? Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? This guy's following me here. Oh my God, he must have been the guy behind the email. Oh my God. I should hide up on the beam. I should hide up on the beam or something. Okay, I'll go lights off. Let me climb. Shit. Oh, fuck it off. Oh, please don't look.
This is probably the worst secret code name for an undercover operation that I've ever heard. John Arbogast was a 55-year-old school teacher from Georgia. He was teaching students social studies at a middle school in Cobb County, but had a hideous secret obsession with indecent images of children. He had a baseball card shop, and obviously due to this and his day job, he worryingly had huge access to children on a daily basis. He was found to be online constantly trafficking child SA images and was involved in a huge P-ring. Now this caught the attention of the FBI, who created an undercover operation called Innocent Images. The operation spanned 2 years and started in 1993 after a 10-year-old boy vanished. This boy was George Badinsky, and the undercover operation led to the arrest of 12 men across the world, but frustratingly, George's case remains unsolved. In September 1995, before he could be arrested, John closed his shop and went on the run. His case then appeared on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries in 1996. He was last seen in Las Vegas, Nevada, but luckily due to the broadcast, police received a tip. They were told he was working at a hotel in LA, and police were able to hunt him down and arrest him. They captured him on the 11th of July 1997. He was frustratingly released from prison just 1 year later.
People or puppets?
Let me know what you think in the comments below.